When the police told me my sister was dead, I thought it was a tragedy. Then they said I killed her. When the police showed up at my door after my sister disappeared, I thought they were going to tell me she was dead. What they said was so much worse. I texted Meredith 3 times on Tuesday and she didn't respond. By Wednesday morning, I drove to her apartment. The landlord said she'd moved out, taken everything, left no forwarding address. I went home confused. We'd just made plans for Saturday, brunch at the place we'd gone every weekend since we were teenagers. Thursday morning, 2 detectives stood on my porch. "We need to ask you some questions about a recent death." My heart stopped. I thought they'd found Meredith's body. Instead, one pulled out a photo of a man I'd never seen before. "Do you know this person?" I shook my head. They looked at each other with that cop look, the one that says they don't believe you. "Can we come inside?" We sat in my living room and the detective leaned forward. "This man was found deceased in his apartment 2 days ago. We found your fingerprints on a kitchen knife at the scene, your hair on his couch, your credit card receipt in his trash." "That's impossible. I've never seen him. I've never been there." They asked where I was Monday night. "Home alone, watching TV. No alibi." They asked if anyone had access to my belongings. That's when I realized. My spare key, missing from the drawer last month. I'd assumed I'd misplaced it. "My sister Meredith has been to my apartment," I said slowly, the pieces starting to connect. "She's been missing since Tuesday." The detectives wrote down her information and left, told me not to leave town. I spent that night going through my apartment. More things missing. A coffee mug, a scarf, a hairbrush I hadn't used in months. All things covered with my DNA. The detectives came back the next morning with photos from the crime scene. My scarf draped over the dead man's couch. My coffee mug in his sink with my lipstick on it. A receipt with my forged signature. "Someone is setting me up," I said, voice shaking. "The phone number you gave us for your sister is disconnected. The address is an empty apartment. We ran Meredith Collins and found nothing. No driver's license. No social security number. No records at all. That's impossible. She's my sister. We grew up together." "Ma'am, according to your parents, you don't have a sister." The room tilted. I called my mother from the police station, hands trembling. "Mom, tell them about Meredith. Tell them she's real." Silence on the line. Then, "Honey, who's Meredith?" "My sister. Your daughter." "Sweetheart, you're an only child. You've always been an only child." The detective was watching me. I could see what he was thinking. Unstable, delusional, dangerous. They held me for 48 hours while my lawyer scrambled. That's when the truth started emerging, piece by piece. My mother had given birth to twins, identical, but she'd only wanted one child. Meredith was given up at birth to a private adoption agency, records sealed. My parents never told me, never told anyone. They'd erased her completely. But Meredith found out. Somehow, somewhere, she'd gotten the records. She'd tracked me down 8 years ago, introduced herself at a coffee shop like it was coincidence, became my best friend before revealing she was my sister. I'd been so happy. A sister I never knew. A connection I'd always felt was missing. 8 years she'd played the role. 8 years of brunches and holidays and late night phone calls. 8 years of collecting my hair, my fingerprints, my habits, my signature. The victim was her ex-boyfriend. Restraining order. History of stalking her. She'd planned his murder for years. They found her notebook in a storage unit registered under my social security number. Every page detailed how she'd frame me, how she'd disappear, how I'd take the fall for everything. The last entry was dated 1 week before the murder. She abandoned me at birth. She got the parents, the childhood, the life that should have been mine. Now she'll get what she deserves. She wasn't framing a stranger. She was punishing me for existing, for being the twin they kept. My lawyer got the charges reduced. Evidence pointed to Meredith, but she'd vanished completely. New identity, new country probably. She'd had 8 years to plan her escape. I'm out on bail now. The case is technically still open. They can't convict me with the notebook evidence, but they can't convict her either. She's a ghost. I sat at our brunch place last Sunday. Force of habit. Ordered 2 coffees before remembering. The chair across from me stayed empty. My sister spent 8 years becoming my best friend. 8 years pretending to love me. 8 years waiting for the perfect moment to destroy my life because our mother chose me instead of her. And somewhere out there, she's still watching. I check my locks 3 times before bed now. It's never enough. Full story linked below.